the book dragon's lair.
I thought I heard something up here. Must have been my imagination. Oh, dear me, what a terrible night to be out. 'Tis not a night fit for man, nor beast, nor monster, or anything in between. Oh, hello there. Where did you come from? Oh, don't be frightened. Oh my goodness, you're screaming. Oh, right. I suppose I am holding my head in my hands. Here. There we go, see? Oh, oh, here, calm down. Here, I need you to take a few deep breaths, alright? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. In, out. There we go. Now that's much better. Tell me, who are you? And what are you doing in my attic room at night? Oh, you were lost in the woods, and then the rainstorm caught you out of nowhere, and so you were looking for shelter. So you climbed up the ivy that grows on the wall of my house, and you let yourself in through the open window of the attic. Ah, well, that does explain it. I did open up the window in the attic to get some fresh air into this attic room of mine. I must say, though, I don't believe I've seen any humans around here. At least, not outside of town. After all, my house is a bit secluded in the woods. If you don't mind me asking, who are you exactly? Oh, well, I must say, that is an interesting name. Who am I? Oh, well, my name is Juliet. You know, like the Shakespearean play, Romeo and Juliet. Well, us Dullahans do have a morbid sense of humor, as it were. Tell me. Oh, forgive me. You're cold and you're soaking wet. Here, take my blanket and let me wrap you up. There. That's a bit better now, isn't it? Oh, and you're freezing cold. Your skin's bone white. Here, let me get you something to drink. Something that will drive the chill out of your bones. All right. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right. All right. I'm back. I brought some snacks and I brought some warm, sparkling mulled wine to take the chill out of your bones. Here. There we go. A drink up, dearie. It'll make you feel better, I promise. Here. It's not poisoned. Why would I poison you? You're my guest. Right. I suppose we Dullahans are famous for being the reapers of mortal souls. I understand that. It is a part of our history and our culture. However, I myself have not done that yet. I have actually been considering dropping out of the academy that my parents had me enroll in. You have to be enrolled in an academy, and you have to learn, and you have to study how to properly reap a human soul. But anyway, here, you ought to drink the sparkling mulled wine before it gets cold. Oh, cider, wine, when my family and I make them, both have a tendency to be slightly alcoholic. But it'll drive the chill from your bones. Here, I'll show you. Oh, can I drink normally? Well, of course I can. I can drink it with my mouth, with my head attached like this. Or, if I remove my head, then I can just pour it down my throat, like this. Regardless, both ways get the job done. And here, let me put my head back on. I can see the discomfort it causes you in your eyes. There we go. There now. See? Your color's returning to your face already. Tell me, how does it taste? That's wonderful. It's a special family recipe. Of course, I've put my own little tweak on it, as you humans like to say. But I'm glad you do like the wine, and it's quite lucky you stumbled upon my home. There's no other place around here for a good mile. And even then, I often get into town on horseback. If you look outside the window, there's a stable just beyond the garden. The stable is mine. The house is mine. I inherited this place, pardon me, from my grandfather. Pardon me again. That's what happens when you drink sparkling mulled wine. But yes, when my grandfather passed away, I inherited his manor. I believe some people say that he was driven off, he found work elsewhere, or he was frightened all the way to Canterbury, if I remember correctly. He was frightened all the way to Canterbury by someone wearing gold. Oh yes, Dullahans are terrified of gold. Yes, we are. I don't understand why, though. Maybe it's because it makes us think of the light, and the light usually makes us think of life, and, well, I don't know. It's often complicated, but I try not to question it. All I know is that gold is a pet peeve of ours. Is it the same for me? Well, I think it's a pretty color. In small doses. I mean, if you look at my eyes, I'm actually wearing a goldish colored eyeshadow. So, I don't know. I know being frightened of gold and being driven away by a single golden pin is a part of Dullahan mythos and folklore. However, these are modern times. If they're modern times, then why do I dress like a vintage woman? Well, I happen to like the aesthetic, and I like that style. I know the home has a bit more of a modern look to it, but I personally think it's fitting. A modern home that belongs to a vintage woman, or a woman from a vintage age. I personally think it's fitting. But here, you want to drink up some more of the mulled wine. Let's get some more color back into those pretty cheeks of yours. Here, I'll drink with you. So tell me, what do you do exactly? What's a human like you doing here? Aside from the rain and coming into my attic, we've established that. But I'm curious to know more about you. If you don't mind me knowing, that is. Oh, so you're studying to be a scientist? Well, that's definitely intriguing. I'm sure with you as a scientist, you'll be able to discover all sorts of things, like a cure for stiff zombie joints, or maybe a cure for arachnia venom injections, or maybe you might find a cure to a pandemical virus. Sorry, my mind's a little muddled. A little bit. I suppose it comes from being a Dullahan, but yes, as I was saying, you might find a cure for stiff joints and zombies, or you might find cures for arachnia venom, or you might even be able to find a cure for a virus that is so powerful and so mind-blowing that it can shut down entire countries and nations. You might be able to find a cure for that. And one that doesn't, have any side effects. Anyway, but I think it would be a good thing for you to be a scientist. And in a way, you'd be making the world a better place in your own unique way. And oh, you wish to drop out of the college that you're learning to study being a scientist from. Well, that's not too far off from what I want to do. Tell me then, if you don't want to be a scientist, then what do you want to do? Oh, you wish to be an actor. Well, I could definitely see you being an actor. You could wear certain costumes, and I know you'd be wonderful on stage. And oh, you want to be a voice actor? Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. But that does suit you. You have a very pleasant sounding voice. I'm sure you could be a voice actor if you put your mind to it. And who knows, you might star in a famous animated picture one day. Well, actually, I have a big brother who's actually made himself quite famous in the acting industries. Believe it or not, but he actually got the head role for The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, as the Headless Horseman, of course, but it's fitting, after all. I mean, as Dullahans, we are Headless Horsemen, and... oh, pardon me. Oh, it's that mulled wine. But... I believe that any human or monster or anything in between can do whatever they like within reason. And they can be whatever they like, provided that they put their mind to it. And you definitely strike me as the stubborn, hard-headed type who doesn't give up easily. I admire that. Oh, it's quite cold, and it's getting very late. Tell you what, why don't you stay here tonight, in the attic room? The wood stove is on, so you don't have to worry about being cold, and there's plenty of blankets. So you can spend the night here. Oh, of course I'm sure. Don't worry about it. I'm not heartless enough to turn you back out there in the freezing, rainy night. Of course. Just make yourself at home, and I only ask that you try not to break anything. All right. Well, I'll leave you to that while I go to bed. But good night, human, and sweet dreams.